Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice as we talk about everything that has happened in the past week for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Kind of feels weird doing this, haven't done this in 2 weeks. Interesting. But last weekend, of course, we had our April Fool's episode where I had my roommate Keyshawn filming the episode and everything, and for the most part you guys seem to really like that episode, so thank you all for the support to it. But I'm back, which might be unfortunate for some of you. A lot of you really seem to like Keyshawn, but hey, I'm here, so let's do it. So this past week we had the first wave of deluxe figures actually finally being released in the US. So you've already seen these being released in Australia as far back as February, the UK was getting them, Canada was getting them. Well, finally this week GameStop actually shipped out both of them and put them on sale, and also put them both in stock for a brief amount of time. So they were on sale for like $27.50, which was like $5-ish sort of off the market price for them. But then again, they wouldn't get you free shipping to that price, so like maybe it wouldn't even save you anything unless you bought them both. You can't buy them both right now. Only right now in Space Blue with the Galaxy Glider is currently in stock, which will be listed in the description below if you do want to pick it up. It's also still in stock at the sales price the last time I've checked. Now Piranha's Head is listed at the sales price, but he's currently not in stock on GameStop, unfortunately. But overall, it's just nice to finally see this wave finally be released here, even though it was listed as a November 2022 release all the way back when it was announced and put up for pre-order in October. It was never going to take until November 2022. That was always an absolutely ridiculous time frame that they gave. Even much more ridiculous than the Wave 11 for September 2022 thing, which obviously also wasn't true. But basically, yeah, Deluxe Wave 1 is out. People have actually been finding it at Target as well. A friend of mine from Texas actually found Wave 1 in a Target, so you might be able to find it there and not have to go through GameStop, but GameStop seems to be the only online retailer in the US that has them so far, and then Target being like the only retail place that has it so far. So there's a couple different options you can find them from, and of course in the next couple of months they're going to be more and more abundant. However, the question is, did they fix the Galaxy Ladder in the US release? No, they most certainly did not, and you can definitely see that in my review of the In Space Blue with Galaxy Glider, which I posted yesterday on the channel. Now Piranha's Head is finally shipped from me. They charged me for both of them like a couple of days ago, but then sent them both in separate boxes, so who knows. But Piranha's Head is going to be here very soon, and I'm going to be posting my video review of that sometime in the early part of the upcoming week. Whenever he shows up, the video is going to come out. So Deluxe Wave 1 is out, and now it's basically just a waiting game for whenever they're going to announce Wave 2 and Wave 3, but you know, who knows? We already know what's in them, but like, we don't know when they're going to announce them. But I'm looking forward to it. Next up for this week, we have to talk about the Lunar Wolf Ranger once again. So, but not really for that long, just like a something minor to talk about. So last week on the show, we discussed the whole thing of the silver boots in 6 stripe, the most corrected version of it we're going to get being found in the UK, and we hadn't seen it pop up in the US yet. But now we have, thanks to Dorkside Toys, which has kind of been notorious for getting stuff out early anyway. But people actually had pre-orders for Lunar Wolf ship out from Dorkside Toys and arrive with the silver boots in the 6-stripe version that we saw in the UK. Now there seemed to be a pretty constant or pretty consistent pattern from Dorkside Toys where you would order it from them and get the corrected version. Now it still is listed as a pre-order, but people were pre-ordering it this past week and having to ship out like within 24 hours. So I will leave the link to him in the description below. I'm not sure if you can still pre-order it, but I'll just leave the link down there anyway. But it's not a guarantee that you're going to get a 6-stripe and silver boot, because a couple people did go through the whole ordering process on Dorkside hoping to get the corrected version and ended up getting the 6-stripe white boot variant, which is definitely unfortunate. I mean, hey, at least they get the 6 stripes, but they still have the white boots. Which, speaking of that variant, I have secured a 6-stripe silver boot. I already own a 5-stripe white boot, but I really need to find a 6-stripe white boot. So if anybody has a 6-stripe white boot and they're willing to sell it to me, I'm in the market for that version. But yeah, basically it's nice that the proper version is out here in the US somewhere. Of course, if you just don't want to deal with any of this crap and you just want to make sure you get the proper version, just wait it out to find it in stores. I'm sure the proper version will finally make it, but so far US stores, all we've seen is an abundance of 5-stripe white boots and a couple 6-stripe white boots. And then so far I've only seen 6-stripe silver boots being found online, either in the UK or in the US. So isn't this fun? So the one you want the most is technically the hardest one to find, in my opinion, is 6-stripe white boot. That one's more abundant in the UK. And then, oh my gosh, this is so stupid. I just get so tired of talking about this variant of figure. Like, why did this ever happen? But yeah, basically, I'm just happy that 6-stripe silver boot exists out there. It's dumb that the other two versions even possibly exist, especially a 6-stripe white boot. Like, how did you get it half correct? Anyway, the point is, all three of them are out in the US. And so far, also for the Power Pop Art variants, so far I have only seen 6-stripe white boot variants of that, which is ridiculous, because that means there could be a 6-stripe silver boot. There could still technically be a 5-stripe white boot of that, so there could be 3 Power Pop Art variants, which means I would have to own 6 of this figure, when I'm already going to own 4. I already have 2. I don't know anymore. Basically, you can find the corrected version. It's out there. He still doesn't have a holster, though. Well, it's about damn time! So we finally have another Hasbro Fan First event announced for a Tuesday. So that's interesting. So we've never had a Fan First Tuesday before. We've actually, we're like the only brand, as far as I can remember. I mean, there probably might be another one. I mean, typically Hasbro does these events on Fan First Fridays, so they're more often than not on Fridays. But other brands have had, Marvel's had Mondays a lot. I know Star Wars does Wednesdays a lot. And Tuesdays and Thursdays have had them before as well. But Power Rangers has historically pretty much, I'm pretty confident, always been, or no, it has been. Power Rangers has always been on a Friday. We've never had a Fan First any other day of the week. So they finally announced another event this week. I talked about it in a community post a couple days ago, and I already made the live stream thumbnail and like landing page for it. But we are going to be getting a Fan First Tuesday event for Power Rangers this upcoming Tuesday, and we are double billed with Transformers. So Transformers is going to go first at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on the Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel. And then when they wrap it up, we're going to take over at noon with the Power Rangers section. So obviously we're going to be getting Lightning Collection reveals. They've already said in the announcement that we're going to get pre-orders as well. So pretty typical. It's definitely going to be inconvenient for some people that this is going to be in the middle of a Tuesday. And by some people, I mean definitely me. And also like a lot of other people. I'm sure the Fridays don't work either for a lot of people because people are probably at school or at work. It just always works out that I don't have any classes on Fridays. So covering these events on Fridays is perfectly good. Tuesdays I do have class. Am I going to cover it? Yep. So I do have a class during this time frame. Well, typically my class doesn't actually start till 12:30, but good news is that we are at the point in the semester where that class we're not doing anything, and so I'm not going to go to that class on Tuesday. I'm going to react to the Fan First Tuesday and do all my coverage of it. So you'll expect, the live stream coverage, the live tweeting on Lightning Fig PR, an Illuminati article, a Lightning Storm episode afterward. So, the typical 3 hours of work I put in every time one of these events happens. So I'm very excited for this. I'm also cautiously optimistic for it. I mean, I'm excited for it regardless because we haven't had an official event since December 10th. We've had reveals since then, but only one time, which was, I don't remember the exact date that was. Was it March 18th, I think was the date? March 17th? Whatever that Friday was that we got to the Color Swap 2-pack and the Draken helmet announced. So those were the only reveals we've had since December 10th when we got to the Fan First Friday that had the Zapped Megazord, kind of more in detail discussion about it, and of course Ready Clipdoor. So we have definitely been overdue for this. So basically, what are we going to get? I don't know. There's so many things that we have leaked on this show already that we've talked about, that have leaked somewhere, that we've talked about over the last couple of months. There's so many things that could appear at this live stream. I mean, they're not going to announce all of it. They're definitely not going to announce everything that we know is coming. But I would say that Wave 12 is almost a guarantee. I'm hesitant on saying anything is a 100% certainty, but they have to reveal Wave 12 soon. They are 2 months behind on revealing it because it should have been revealed at Toy Fair if Toy Fair happened back in February, and we probably should have had an event that would have talked about it, because basically Wave 12 is currently listed as a May-June release internally, so we're gonna see it out in stores somewhere within the next month to 2 months. So they really need to talk about it soon. And of course, I've had a lot of people ask me for refreshers on what Wave 12 is, which is this. So if you didn't remember, Wave 12, who we should expect, which is still technically a rumor. I mean, my information on Wave 11 was perfectly accurate, so I'm sure that this is probably pretty close, if not exactly. But the wave is supposed to be Lost Galaxy Green, Wild Force Blue, Down of Thunder Yellow, and then some variant, some version of MMPR Black, but I don't know which version yet. It could be just MMPR Black with an Atom head, it could be color swap for Billy, it could be Defender Vest, it could be Mastodon Sentry, it could be so many different things. It could be just a straight up re-release of the Wave 6 version. I have no idea. So I'm very excited to see that. We are now finally in the time frame where I think Deluxe Wave 2 could be announced, which is going to be Wild Force Red with a vehicle and then some MMPR monster of some kind. Wave 13 and Deluxe Wave 3 are definitely not happening because we haven't gotten their waves before them, so don't expect those at all. Basically, what else we got? Zap Dragonzord, I think, is almost a guarantee to be shown off, or at least teased, because we already saw that picture of it leak a couple weeks ago from the internal Hasbro investor call. So obviously, if they were ready enough to show off at least a little bit of it to like investors and store owners, I would imagine they're probably pretty close to it being able to be announced for pre-order and stuff like that. I know a lot of people were thinking because of the pose of the Red Ranger on this promo artwork for the Fan First Tuesday, where he's very prominently holding the Power Sword. We definitely could get an announcement of the Power Sword. I don't know if they're going to announce the Power Sword and the Power Lance at the same time. I would figure that they're probably going to announce the Blue Ranger helmet and the Power Lance at the same time because they go together so well. But the Power Sword is, the Power Sword, the Blue Ranger helmet, and the Power Lance, as far as I'm aware, are supposed to release either on like the same day or around the same time. Like they should have the same pre-order date. So not go up for pre-order on the same day, but like release on the same day. You know what I'm talking about. So I don't know if they would announce all three at the same time or just do the sword to kind of ease into it. We have that Tenga Warrior 2-pack I told you guys about back in December. We still don't know what that's going to be. And then we also have, of course, all that stuff that happened at Target recently. We have those leaked pictures of the Ninja Red Ranger figure, which I still think are legitimate, but I still don't know where those pictures came from. And then we have those 3 Target listings, that one of them is probably the Ninja Red figure that we're talking about here, and then 2 other random ones that we don't know. So, lots of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that they can talk about. If I had to make a personal prediction list, I'm going into this expecting Wave 12 for sure. Deluxe Wave 2 has a decent chance. The Power Sword has a decent chance. And then I'm kind of, for a wild card, I'm either going with one of the Target things or all of the Target things or the Tenga 2-pack. I don't think we're going to get both of those. Maybe we would. I don't know. I don't know how crazy they're going to go on Tuesday. How much of this they're going to check off the list. And of course, we didn't know about the Color Swap 2-pack till like a day before it got revealed, so like we still have things that could definitely be surprises. I'm very excited for this event. I'm going to be covering it on Tuesday, like I said. You can already find the live stream reaction link to it up on the channel. I believe some of my friends are going to be participating in the live reaction to it, as we usually do here on the channel, and I'm very excited to see what Hasbro has for us. And hopefully, I was going to this hoping that there's not something we have to critique about it, but they have had a very bad track record recently and have been off to a absolutely terrible start to 2022, which maybe that's why they haven't talked to us or had a Fan First event since December. They've been very silent, so tensions are high. We'll see what happens on Tuesday at the Fan First Tuesday. Congratulations to the Tyrannosaurus Sentry. I wanted to wrap up today because today is a very important day for this figure, and that is the 1-year anniversary of it being up on pre-order at Target. Well, not really up on pre-order because it's been down since like the day it went up, except for like those random times where somebody's order gets canceled and then it goes up for like 5 seconds and somebody else takes the pre-order, as I've seen literally happen every couple of days for an entire year. Also, shout out to the fact that people's bank accounts are charged like every other week for this and we still never get it. But yeah, basically the Tyrannosaurus Sentry went up for pre-order 1 year ago today and still has absolutely no release date in sight on Target here in the United States. A couple months ago, it got delayed on Hasbro Pulse to the end of this month, so maybe it will be released off of Hasbro Pulse at the end of the month. But even though the UK's got it, Canada has a complete abundance of them. They're out all over the world. US, that graphic from the December Fan First Friday always reigns true with this one. Your package is here, or maybe it's at the bottom of the ocean. We have no idea. But basically, I had to talk about it. I had to talk about the fact that the Tyrannosaurus Sentry went up for pre-order 365 days ago. So I never would have expected when the figure got revealed at Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest last year on April 9th. On April 9th of the following year, we still wouldn't have it. So this figure was originally announced for an October 2021 release date in the US, and then it got pushed to 2099 by a weird error, and now we don't have a release date at all. So, I don't know. I had to say something about it, right? I was not going to let, especially since it landed on a Saturday. You really thought I was going to have a Lightning Storm episode on a Saturday that also lined up with the 1 year anniversary, and we still don't have the figure, and I wasn't going to talk about it. I had to. So, I just want it. I just want my pre-order to finally go through with this. Same thing with the ninjas. They're taking their sweet time over at Target as well, when like the entire world has those as well. So hopefully Target actually gets some figures soon, especially since we have listings for 3 more Target exclusive figures to add to this bunch. Alright, with that, it's going to do it for this week's episode of Lightning Storm. We're definitely going to have news to talk about in a couple of days when I do my recap episode of the Fan First Tuesday, so expect that to happen this upcoming Tuesday. And then, of course, we'll still do a Lightning Storm episode next Saturday, even though there probably won't be much news after the Fan First Tuesday, but sometimes there is a lot of news after these events. Sometimes that happens. So I'll see you all on Tuesday. There'll be other videos on the channel, of course. And of course, also, until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or at LightningFigPR. And I'll see you all in Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice.